5 wins in a row is good. 6 is even better. And trying to keep pace with what's going on in the Western Conference. They have played fewer games than any other team in the U.S. Division, trying to make some of that up and move ahead of both Spokane and Tri-Cities. And if you're Everett, you're trying to solidify your spot into the playoff race. It's early still, but you like to be in that playoff race throughout the entire season. And the Silvertips are a much improved team over what they were last year, and they have a chance to make some noise in the Western Conference, provided what happens.
And the Silvertips should be coming in tonight with a lot of confidence after last night, feeling they should have beat the #1 team in the league, the Kamloops Blazers. They had the better edge in that game for a lot of the game. And I think that the Silvertips, with a lot of confidence tonight, could be dangerous for Portland early. I agree with you, Andy. The start is key tonight. Stick around. Coming up after the break, we'll have the opening face-off between the Winterhawks and the Silvertips right here on AM 860 and the Winterhawks.com radio network.
With children going back to school, it's a great reminder that education is a lifelong process. Hi, this is Sandy at DNF Plumbing. DNF Plumbing's team of journeyman plumbers participate in a continuing education program in the plumbing industry and are knowledgeable in the latest plumbing techniques and codes. For prompt, courteous service and unsurpassed workmanship, remember DNF Plumbing at 503-282-0993. That's D for drip, F for faucet.
The Portland Winterhawks are doing our part to help combat childhood obesity with the Get Kids Skating Initiative. The Get Kids Skating Initiative, brought to you by Bank of the West and Togos, is designed to introduce children to the sport of hockey and exercise through hockey-related school visits and field trips. The Hawks make school visits throughout the Portland area for floor hockey clinics and then provide a field trip to the Winterhawks Skating Center to learn about hockey, figure skating, and to skate out on the ice. The Get Kids Skating Initiative, keeping kids active and combating obesity.
Preserving and protecting the nation's water supply and finding alternative forms of energy have never been more crucial to our way of life and the environment. Innovative ways of reclaiming and reusing wastewater are part of regular sustainable building practices. Rainwater harvesting for domestic use is becoming more common. Heating and cooling systems are being developed using solar heat and groundwater. Who will build these systems for making America less dependent on foreign oil and reduce our carbon footprint? Today's plumbers and steam fitters trained here in Oregon at Local 290. Where do you find them? Call the Portland Mechanical Contractors Association. What are they working on now? Well, for example, the new Port of Portland building uses virtually no electricity or fossil fuel for heating or cooling. It comes from groundwater. And this building reuses every drop of wastewater and rainwater. These are some of the exciting new innovations created and built by PMCA contractors. To find out more, log on to pmcaoregon.com.
Tonight's first period is brought to you by Konica Minolta Business Solutions, Bud Light, and the Army National Guard. Now, the voice of the Winterhawks, Todd Vroman.
Welcome back to the Veterans Memorial Coliseum. Two teams on the ice, just about set to get underway here. But before we do, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Winterhawks.com radio network.
6 days left until Election Day.
We are AM 860 KPAM.
Troutdale, Portland, Vancouver.
The voice of Portland.
Winterhawks will start the line of Nick Patan, centering Ty Ratty, and Brendan Leipzig, the Everett Silvertips. 3 lines rolling tonight. Cole Baumel on the left wing, Ryan Harrison through the middle, and on that right-hand side, Tyler Sandu, part of that Seth Jones trade. Face-off won by the Silvertips, dumped in deep to the far side corner by Baumel, rimmed around to the far side. Leipzig battling in there against Harrison, reversed back behind the net by Nick Patan. Winterhawk captain Troy Rutkowski sets it up behind the net for Derek Pouliot. Pouliot flushed out from behind there by Harrison, skates away. Pouliot ghosting through center ice, up the left wing side for Rutkowski into the zone. Toe drag move down to the corner, backhand shot, save made by Lotz, rebound, bounces loose. Ratty hacks it into the slot area. Taken away, though, by Harrison. He'll backpedal, find a little open space, an outlet to center. Intercepted there by Troy Rutkowski. Rutkowski to Pouliot, left wing pass Leipzig, back through the middle. Pouliot into the zone, left circle, wrist shot, blocked wide of the net by the defensive Betker. Now comes near side corner. Mappin checked hard by Joey Baker. Baker crashing in there, knocks the puck loose. Mappin gets it back. Chip up the far side. Taylor Lear pinches down to hold it in. Lear played in his first home game Sunday night, scored the game-winning goal for the Winterhawks, the opening goal. His pass to the line, though, bounces past Seth Jones, who has to regather in center. Jones quickly ahead, back for Lear into the zone, left wing slap shots, kick save Lotz, rebound bounces free. Peters poked it in on goal, dribbles softly there, and Lotz will cover up. A minute 11 gone, no score.
Yeah, you mentioned Taylor Lear. He had a great start to his home ice debut, scored the first goal of the game. They get him on the board and then set up Seth Jones for his first goal on home ice as well. Lear from Saskatoon, a Philadelphia Flyers draft pick. His line goes off the change. Turgeon out with Bjorkstrand and Delio on this shift.
This line played well Sunday night as well. Dominic Turgeon centering the Winterhawks quote-unquote second offensive line, but the Hawks really rolling four lines right now. Face-off won by the Silvertips, but that time little accidental flip by Cole McDonald goes too high, up and over the glass and out of play. McDonald off for delay of game, and the first power play of the contest goes to the Winterhawks. Ryan Benbow making the call there. Ryan Benbow and Adam Griffiths are the two referees. The linesmen are Tim Digby and Ryan Gibbons.
Hawks power play of the season is 15th in the league at 17.5%. Everett on the penalty kill, 14th overall at 75.9.
Face off in the attacking zone. Patan wins it to the right point. Rutkowski to the left point for Pouliot. Pouliot to the middle. Left wing pass. Nick Patan back to Pouliot. One-timer. Blocker save made by Lotz. Rebound bounces to the far circle. Chased down there by the Silvertips penalty kill and dumped all the way back out to center by Sumalidis. Puck taken back by Derek Pouliot in Hawk territory. Pouliot skating up the middle of the ice looking for Lear down the right wing. Then he'll just skate it to center himself, but it's not an offside play. I thought I heard a whistle. Pouliot crashed down into the corner. Puck loose underneath him. Pouliot throws it into the slot area. Rutkowski pinching down, has it left circle. Rutkowski backpedaling to the far side point. Now to the right point for Derek Pouliot. Pouliot walking to the middle. Right wing pass. Rutkowski walk in. Toe drag move. Backhand shot. Save made. Rebound loose. Ratty hacking away at it. Goes in behind the net. Rutkowski to the far circle for Patan. Patan out to the line. Pouliot back to Patan. Left circle. Back to Pouliot. One-timer. Glove save by Lotz. And he'll hang on. 1:06 left on the Winterhawk power play. Very aggressive. Defenseman activating a lot.
Already 7 shots on net for the Hawks here in the first 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Ratty doing a really good job in front of the net that time, screening Austin Lotz, who had to jump up and down and move right to left to see the entry shot. So I like what Ratty did, though. Not normally his game.
Second power play unit out for the Winterhawks. Leipzig loses the face-off, rimmed around to the far side. Baumel will chip it off Jones's stick to center. Seth Jones chase it down. Pass to the right wing side. Leipzig darting into the zone. Leipzig down the right wing. Toe drag move to the bottom of the circle. Takes it around behind the net. Far side corner for Delio. Delio to the line. Seth Jones. Walk to the middle. Play it to the left wing side for Delio. Pass in front. Tipped on. Blocked down by the defense. And then Wotherspoon pinching. Had his shot blocked wide as well. That one by Baumel. Now Jones, top of the umbrella. Right wing pass. Tyler Wotherspoon back to Jones. One-timer blocked down nicely. And you can see the Silvertips notice Seth Jones's one-timer, the goal he scored Sunday against Tri-Cities in the pre-scout. And that time they were not going to allow Jones to get the shot through. Now back into the attacking zone. Delio, left wing side. 20 seconds on the power play now for Portland. Delio out to the line for Jones. Fake the shot. Back to Chase Delio. Far side half wall. His pass through the middle. Bjorkstrand tip it to Leipzig. Shot on goal. Save made by Lotz. Rebound. Leipzig buried into the post. No call. Puck goes to the far side half wall. Lotz was down as well as Leipzig crashed into him. Hawks couldn't shoot. Jones has it at the line now. His slapper missed the net wide. End board rebound. Delio threw it wide of the net. Wotherspoon near side half wall, dumps it down low as the penalty expires. Silvertips get the kill, but the Hawks still in the attacking zone. Delio trying to spin free, has it knocked away. Now it will be skated to center and up the right wing side by Stadnik. Stadnik, check it, that's Liedall, has it knocked away from him by Jones, down into the corner. Now Stadnik comes to help out. He has it knocked away from him by Wotherspoon. Puck dug free. Wotherspoon knocks his man down. That was Liedall down into the corner. Jones comes to help dig it loose for Preston Kopech. Kopech didn't play Sunday night, neither did Mahan, but those two are skating to center. Mahan chipping up the right wing side looking for DeChamplain, knocked away. Played back to the Winterhawk bench, where Wotherspoon touches it when the Winterhawks were changing their defense. 2 minute men on the ice, and the Winterhawks will go shorthanded for the first time. Time of this one is 3:53.
So if you see a couple penalties early, one for delay game for shooting it over the glass, the other one for too many men on the ice to Portland. Time of this is 3:54. So bench minor to the Hawks that will be served by, not sure who's going to be sent over yet.
Has to be somebody who was on the ice. Kopech, Mahan, DeChamplain was the forward line, so I think it'll be Joe Mahan that goes over to serve it. Nope, Preston Kopech heads over there. Neither one of those two kill penalties. Adam DeChamplain does, so he wouldn't be the one that goes to serve.
Everett's penalty or power play on the season 19%. That's 13th in the league. Hawks penalty kill 91.2. That's first in the Western Hockey League.
Peters on the face-off to the right of Brendan Burke's net. Burke hasn't faced a shot yet. Silvertips looking to change that as Lansky has it left point down to the half wall for Reed Petrick. Petrick watched by Peters, pestered by Peters down into the corner. Mappin now comes to help out. He's checked by Pouliot. Still a battle near side corner. Winterhawks high pressure here in the near side corner. 3 Hawks in there trying to battle the puck loose, and they do. Rakowski skates it to center. 3-on-2. Peters and Lear with him. Rakowski to Peters. Back to Rakowski. Back to Peters. Centering pass knocked away from Lear at the last second. Now look out. Here come Everett the other way. 4-on-2 into the zone. Right wing side Petrick. Centers knocked away by Pouliot on a good defensive play, and the Winterhawks Taylor Peters will send it all the way down.
Jailbreak for Portland. Almost cost him at the other end, but a great play by Pouliot to break it up.
Minute 18 left on the power play for Everett. Skating up the middle of the ice with it is Ryan Murray. Murray to the red line, dumps it in around to the far side corner. Baker pokes it back for Wotherspoon. He's put under pressure, just tries to eat it in the corner, wait for support from Baker. Knocked away from him, though. Pass out to the line, splits to the defense off the stick of Murray. Comes out to center. Oslansky kicks it back in. Right in on a breakaway comes Baumel, and a good save made by Burke. Wotherspoon thought it was a delayed offside, but Baumel tagged up. Got right in on the forecheck aggressively and got the little mini breakaway, but Burke shuts the door.
First save of the game. It had to be a tough one. That time, as you mentioned, it was Baumel who has a bit of a scoring touch. Made a great play at the blue line. Cleared the zone, jumped right back in, and picked up the loose puck. And Brendan Burke with a good save to hold it out and keep it a no-score contest. 55 seconds remaining on the too-many-men binder served by Kopech.
Cole Baumel already with 6 goals on the season for Everett. Robbed of his 7th there by Brendan Burke. Hawks win the face-off. Peters to Wotherspoon. He dumps it out to center. To Champlain will tip it all the way down. Back into Silvertip territory. Mueller after it there. Dumps the puck free. Now it's Cox skating to center. Former Saskatoon Blade played up the right wing side for Baumel into the zone. Back to Cox, right point. He walks to the middle. Play to the far side half wall. Harrison looking for a pass through the seam. Not there. Play to the line for Cox. Slap shot blocked down there by Jones, and Wotherspoon will bank it off the glass to the line. Cox holds it in nicely with the right skate. Ratty goes to pressure Harrison, knocks the puck loose. Wotherspoon can't clear. Sandu knocked it down. Jones has to chase after it near side. He and Sandu collide. Puck loose and skates. 3-a-side battle near side corner. Comes out to the left wing point. Mueller down to the half wall. Sandu pestered by Patan. Dump it down the half wall. Baumel checked there by Jones. Hawks kick it loose. Patan for Jones. He'll play it back further. Wotherspoon supporting. Jones spins it the other way. Gets it to Ratty. Hawks get the kill. Kopech out of the box. Ratty's outlet was knocked away, though. Mueller take it back. Mueller drop it back for Cox in Everett territory. 6 minutes gone in the first period. Scoreless here between the Winterhawks and the Silvertips on AM 860 and the Winterhawks.com radio network. Play in the far side corner as Josh Hansen's put under pressure for Portland. Delio comes away with it. Delio to Ratty. Rink wide pass. Hansen. He'll stride to center. Hansen banned on his outlet, but he still got it far enough for Delio to poke it further. Leipzig into the zone. Move around one. Nicely into the high slot, but then he was checked from behind cleanly as stick check from behind. The Silvertips get it to center. Grayson down the left wing side for Everett. Pass into the high slot. Looking for Oslansky. That put him under pressure. Hawks force the turnover. Delio outlets left wing side. Leipzig into the zone. Slap shot save made by Lotz and no rebound with Ratty looking for one on the back door. 13-15 left in period number 1.
Good outlet by Chase Delio to spring Leipzig on a bit of a 2-on-1 with Ratty. Tried to get a pad rebound out, but lost it. A good job of controlling it. Delio on a career-high 4-game point streak currently. 5 goals, 6 assists, 11 points in 13 games for him on the season for the 17-year-old second-year player out of La Mirada, California.
He stays out on this shift, joined by Dominic Turgeon and Oliver Bjorkstrand. Little delay as the loose stick from Adam de Champlain from earlier in that shift is finally collected by the linesman. Now we're set to go. Attacking zone draw. Won by the Hawks. Quick shot by Delio and a good save by Lotz. He'll hang on. That time, Dominic Turgeon, the 16-year-old who's been very good in the face-off circle for Portland, he won another one there.
Yeah, he's a big body, can get down low, good leverage, and really gets down to get his legs into the face-off win, and he wins another one.
Delio has it, far side half wall, centering pass. Turgeon tied up as he couldn't get the one-timer away. Now to the near side corner. Turgeon down low. Delio chase after it. He and Turgeon on the cycle, pressured there by Mueller. Puck loose in skates. Turgeon, Delio trying to dig it free. Taken away, though, by the Silvertips. Sumilidis will chip it to center. Take it back by Retkowski. Dumps it in on goal. Lotz will play it to the far side corner for Ryan Murray. Murray to the near side. Chipped ahead and up the left wing, it comes out to center. Sumilidis, rink wide pass. Viveros intercepts there. Viveros to Turgeon, protects the puck back into Hawk territory, drops it back for Lane Viveros behind the Hawk net. He makes a move, has it knocked off his stick, pokes it back into the corner. Sumilidis checks Viveros, who loses his stick in the altercation. Viveros checks Sumilidis, puck loose in the far side. Sumilidis goes down, good physical play by Viveros, and the Hawks come away with the puck. Delio will flip it as far as center. Taken back there by McDonald. He dumps it in behind the Hawk net. Burke couldn't stop it, but Viveros still has time on the far side to skate to center. Right wing pass. Rutkowski put under pressure, knocked away from him by Sandu. Into Hawk territory, left circle, down around behind the net. Center.
Really state-of-the-art. It uses a variable speed heat pump to deliver 29% higher efficiency than any other air source heat pump out there. You have to call the pros at Pyramid Heating and Cooling to get all the details, but it sure is impressive technology.
Welcome back to the Veterans Memorial Coliseum. Todd Broman alongside Andy Kemper bringing you the action tonight. 1-0 Silvertips after one period of play. Both teams should be well rested coming out for the second. Does that seem like a little bit of an extra long intermission there?
I think it was. I had a chance to take a nap, go trick-or-treating.
Yeah, I think it was just a trick-or-treating opportunity as well. I think the Rosebuds, after they danced, were handing out candy up in the stands, so I think that was part of it. Obviously, it's an exciting night, Halloween. Kids in the crowd, dressed up in their costumes.
Yeah, there's actually quite a few costumes here as well, so the weather, I think, held off outside for trick-or-treating, so if you did stay home and went to take your kids trick-or-treating, now tuning into us, thanks for joining us tonight here on AM 860 and the Winterhawks Radio Network. In fact, in that light, let's take 10 seconds right here. Take station identification. You're listening to the Winterhawks Hockey on AM 860 and Winterhawks.com Radio Network.
Your exclusive home for Portland Winterhawks hockey. We are AM 860, KPAM, and KPAM.com.
Toronto, Portland, Vancouver.
The voice of Portland.
And if you need to go trick-or-treating, Todd, we like Kit Kats and
Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. So if you have any extras, make sure you bring them on Friday night to the Rose Garden. We do take donations.
Delio, Lear, Bjorkstrand will start for the Winterhawks up front here in period number 2. A little shuffle to the lines for the Hawks. Harrison out up front with Baumel, the goal scorer, and Sandu. Hawks win the opening faceoff right into the attacking zone. Goes Lear to the near side corner, trying to set up the forecheck. Knocked away from him, though. Sandu trying to dig it free. He's tied up by Bjorkstrand. Delio in nearby, trying to dig the puck loose, but it's taken away by the Silvertips' Betker. He'll play to Harrison, now up the right wing side. Sandu to the red line, dump it in deep. Jones behind the Hawk net, poking around to the far side corner. Harrison tied up there by Wotherspoon. Baumel centers for Harrison, knocked away by Wotherspoon. Delio will outlet up the right wing side for Bjorkstrand. Bjorkstrand cuts laterally into the zone. Offside, though, was Chase Delio. Couldn't quite hold that left skate down on the ice. 38 seconds gone in the second.
No other games tonight in the Western Hockey League. This is your lone marker. So no other scores to report. There is one game tomorrow night, a big game up in the BC division. The Kamloops Blazers will be in Kelowna to take on the Rockets. Kamloops looking for their first regulation loss. Probably not looking for it, but Kelowna looking to hand it to them.
That's always been a big rivalry, and I know the Rockets would love to be the team that ends that 14-game winning streak for Kamloops. Hawks win the faceoff all the way back into their own zone, though. Josh Hansen rims around to the far side for Baker, out of his reach. Icing against the Winterhawks. 51 seconds gone in period number 2. 1-0 Everett. Stick around coming up in the second intermission. I know we got a whole period to go before that, but big news today as the Vancouver Giants made a blockbuster deal in the early season. We'll talk about that and how it may impact the entire Western Hockey League. Kind of give an update on what's been going on throughout the rest of the league over the last couple of weeks, since the Winterhawks have only played a couple times. Attacking zone face-off for the Silvertips, but Mappin is kicked out of the draw rather, so Petrick has to come in to take it. Peters on the draw against Petrick. Face-off won by Taylor Peters. Hansen to the far side corner. Chip it up the glass to the line. Baker tied up there by Mueller. Second effort, Peters can't get it past Mueller either. Good hold in on the far side by the Swiss import. Peters has to reverse now behind the Hawk net for Pouliot. Mappin has a beat on him. Pouliot chip it into Champlain. He pokes it up the wing ahead of Baker into the zone. Too far. No icing though. Baker got there ahead of the puck at the goal line as Baker can really fly. Silvertips though forced the turnover. Flipped out to center. Mappin into Hawk territory. Checked hard by Pouliot. Far side corner, Mappin tried to dig it back loose. Pouliot knocked it away. Near side gets the puck onto his forehand. Makes a move laterally around Mappin. Pass ahead for Pouliot. Tips it further. Peters dump it in deep to Champlain. First in on the forecheck. Hawks changing behind him. To Champlain ties up his man McDonald, but Silvertips have numbers. Able to flip it back out to center where Viveros collects for Portland at the Winterhawk line. Viveros, Rutkowski through the middle. Leipzig under his stick. Murray intercepts. Murray left wing pass. Taken there by Liedall. His rink-wide pass, he fanned on it, so he dumped it in deep. Bounced over the stick of Burke into the near side corner. Leipzig has it there. Near side half wall. Dodge a check. Outlet for Rutkowski. Now through the middle, looking for Ratty. Kicked away by Mueller. Grayson comes back to take it back into his own zone. He gets stacked up by a couple of Winterhawks. Patan trying to dig it loose. Taken away, though, by the Silvertips, and Mueller has it for Murray. Murray, pass through the middle off a heel of a stick, comes to the Hawk line. Viveros collects. Viveros to Rutkowski, far side. Now up through the middle, Patan. Patan down the right wing, gain the red line, chip it in deep. Murray has it, far side half wall. 2.5 minutes gone in the second. 1-0 Silvertips. Goal came back in the first as Murray dumps it down the length of the ice. Icing is the call, went right under the stick of Lane Viveros. And I don't think either team is very happy with the linesman right now.
No, it's been inconsistent for sure, as we've had some calls that look like they're pretty obvious icings waved off, and some that look like they should have been waved off, whistled down. So a bit of uncertainty on what actual icing is tonight. Face off to the right of Austin Lotz. Just Dominic Turgeon out to take the face off for Portland with Mahan and Kopech on this shift.
Face off won by the Silvertips, hacked back into Hawk territory by Grayson. No icing there. Jones chase it back in Hawk territory, stops in behind the net of Brandenburg. Turgeon wheels around behind the net. He'll stride up the right wing side. Turgeon for Kopech. He skates the center, dodge a check, into the zone he comes, right circle, wrist shot! Kicked away by Lotz, goes to the far side corner. Kopech to get loose for Turgeon, back in behind the net. Kopech spinning in there. Kopech and Turgeon have shown a lot of chemistry in the early season. Turgeon's centering pass knocked away. Mahan digs it free, keeps it in the zone, dump it in behind the net. Kopech checks his man in there. That was Folk. Puck dug loose, though, by the Silvertips. No stick on the far side there for Baumel, so he gloved it out to center. Should have been a penalty. You can't glove the puck when it's on the ice. I think the referees are getting used to that call as well, as Jones plays up the left wing side. Wotherspoon chip it into the zone. His long shot, kick save made by Lotz. Lear, fresh off the bench, wins a race to the far side corner. Spinning in there, Cox checks him. Puck comes behind the net. Petrick rim it up the near side half wall. Chipped to the line by Mappin, held in Wotherspoon. Now for Bjorkstrand through the middle. Chase Delio, wrist shot, score! Top shelf. 1-1 tie. Delio keeps the point streak going.
And that was a bullet, folks. From between the circles over the glove hand of Austin Lotz, and number 6 on the year for Chase Delio. He's not small, he's fun size, as he gets the shot away and beats Lotz up top. 1-1 game. Time of the goal is 3:38. Good play by Bjorkstrand to get the puck to Delio, and he made no mistake.
Delio's 6th of the year. That might have been the first one that has been off the ice.
Exactly right.
Delio scores a lot of goals right along the ice, past the pads and netminders. That time, Watts went down early, and Delio sniped. 1-1 tie. Delio with the puck in center. Right wing pass. Bjorkstrand into the zone. Slap shot. Blocked down. Now follow Rutkowski. Weak little wrister on net. Glove down by Lotz. He'll hang on. Face off to his left. 16:09 left in period number 2. 1-1 tie. Chase Delio coming off the ice now. As his goal is announced, he gets saluted by the faithful. Patan, Ratty, and Leipzig come out to replace him.
Mike Johnston giving a pat on the back after that shift. Wotherspoon, the second assist on the goal.
Face-off, won by the Silvertips. Cox rim it around to the line, off Rutkowski, stick to center. Patan chase it down there, drop it back into Hawk territory. Pouliot left wing pass. Leipzig dodges the check of Cox, flip it up the wing for Patan into the zone. Patan chips it in deep. Betker has a beat on him. Patan trying to spin free. Betker got it there first, though. Betker for Harrison. Outlet Sandu, play it out of the air. Nicely bat it down to himself. Into the zone he comes. Right wing side is pass, look it through the middle, knocked away by Rutkowski, who read his intentions well. Now it's taken by Leipzig near side. Leipzig, Rutkowski. Hawks in the red jerseys working right to left as Rutkowski finds Pouliot back to Ratty. Now to Pouliot, driving into the right wing corner. Couldn't get a pass away. Now he centers. Patan tied up, couldn't get the shot. Leipzig left point, fake the slapper down to the corner for Ratty. Ratty centers, hit a skate, bounces towards the line. Pouliot outmuscles Baumel, holds it in nicely. Pouliot looking for a shooting lane, not there, plays it into the corner. Leipzig behind the net for Patan. Patan back to Leipzig, right circle, walk out, wrist shot. Looking backdoor for Ratty, who had his stick lifted by Baumel. Puck bounced all the way out to center. Leipzig may have wanted to shoot that one. It was kind of a shot pass. that Ratty couldn't handle as he was tied up by Baumel. Hawks have the puck at their own line. Retkowski skating up the middle. Winterhawks with momentum. Into the zone he comes. Retkowski right wing circle. Rim it around to the near side. Hawks changing. Viveros fresh off the bench. Holds it in nicely. Rims it down the wall. Past Ratty. Down in deep. Leipzig centers. Ratty couldn't get a stick on it, so he kicked it through the crease. Comes to the far side half wall. Patan down to the circle for Leipzig. Back for Patan. High slot. Make a move in. To the backhand. Couldn't stuff it home on Lotz. Patan now he centers. Missed Leipzig. Grayson will skate to center. Flip it back into Winterhawk territory. Viveros chase after it. He and Jones have a I got it, you take it moment. Viveros takes control though. Nicely. And drops it back to Seth Jones. 14:20 left in period number 2. 1-1 tie between the Winterhawks and the Everett Silvertips. Everett struck in the first. Hawks have responded here in the second. Jones left the puck for Peters. Peters left the puck for Jones. They'll have to try again on the controlled breakout. This time Peters picks it up. He'll skate up the right wing side. Taylor Peters to the blue line. Chip it ahead. Into the zone it comes. Intercepted there by McDonald. McDonald ahead. Lead all. Rink wide pass. Intercepted by Peters. Drop it back into Hawk territory for Seth Jones. Jones outlet. Left wing side to Champlain. Has Peters open down the right wing side to Champlain. Try to drive wide. Got checked on the play. Out muscles. Shot from his knees. Hit Baker in front of the net. Now Baker down low. Trying to dig it back loose to Champlain nearby. Baker kicks it free. Banked though by the Silvertip defense up to the line. Peters checks his man, knocks him off the puck. Jones take it back for the Hawks at the red line. Seth Jones spins it to Viveros at the Hawk line. Viveros through the middle. Peters into the zone he comes. Left wing side. Taylor Peters to the circle. Drops it in behind the net. Lear fresh off the bench gets there first. Taylor Lear far side corner walks out towards the middle. Can't get a shot away. Now he fires it. Traffic in front goes wide of the net. McDonald has it far side corner. He gets tied up, forced the turnover. Lear shot save made by Lotz, and he will hang on.
Starting to get the impression the Hawks maybe got a little talking to between periods by Mike Johnson. Much more energy in their step here to start the second period. Got the goal from Delio to tie it, and ever since then the puck's always been down to our left in the Winterhawks offensive zone. Great pressure, great forecheck, puck retention. They're doing a lot of things right now when they have the puck in the zone.
Having given up a shot to the Silvertips here in period number 2. Shots 5-0 here in the second frame. Mappin will take the defensive zone face-off after Petrick got kicked out of the circle for the Silvertips. Mappin against Delio. Face-off. Tied up in skates. Delio trying to dig it loose. Mappin comes away with it. Mappin around the net. Ty Mappin skating up the middle. Pass ahead. Knocked away. Lear take it back for the Hawks. Lear chip it in deep. Cox around to the far side. Sumilidis first on it. His outlet hits Delio. Delio has it in neutralized. Left wing pass. Taylor Lear into the zone he comes. Lear through the middle. Bjorkstrand tipped away from him. Good defensive play by Betker. Chipped out to center. Knocked back in by Wotherspoon. Cox take it now for Betker. Outlet up the middle. Accurate. Right to Mappin. Into the zone he comes. Mappin right circle. Toe drag move. Wotherspoon was never going to fall for that one. Pokes it to center. Delio down the wing. His shot blocked down by Cox. Bjorkstrand tries to follow. Knocked away from him. Petrick takes control. Petrick up the left wing side now. Dodging a check. Turgeon pressures. Petrick poked to an open wing. Kopech challenges. Wotherspoon forced the turnover. Betker follows. Dumps it in wide of Burke's net. Taken by Hansen behind the Hawk cage. Josh Hansen slowly up the middle to center. Overskates the puck. Baumel plays it to the left wing side for Harrison. He has a step down the wing. Harrison shot. Missed the net wide. On the glove hand side of Burke. And the onboard rebound will come all the way back to Hawk territory. Oslansky has it. Oslansky to the far side. Mueller through the middle. Harrison can't find the tip pass from Baumel. Wotherspoon has control at the Winterhawk line. Wotherspoon to Hansen. Back to Wotherspoon. Left wing side. Skating gets the red line. Dumps it in. High rising shot. Glove down above his head by the netminder Lotz. Nowhere to play it. So the faceoff will come to his right. 11:46 left in the second.
Silvertips have had a lot of games like that this year. We're in the first 40 minutes. Very close games. If you look at their offensive numbers, they've scored 34 goals in the first 40 minutes of the year, and they've also given up 34. When you get to the third period is where they've fallen apart a bit. Only 10 goals for, 23 goals against. So Portland trying to keep it close here in the first 40 and try to exploit the Silvertips in the third period.
Face off in the attacking zone for Portland. Peters loses the draw as Sandu comes away with it. Sandu from Murray behind the net. Watched by DeChamplain. Murray outlet left wing side. Now through the middle it comes for Tyler Sandu. Sandu into Hawk territory. Left wing pass tipped away by Pouliot. Baker has it now for Portland. Baker chip it out to center. Puck taken there by Harrison. Harrison to the red line. Flip it in deep. Brendan Burke behind the Hawk net. Plays it to the near side corner. Pouliot far side for Rakowski. He'll outlet right wing side to center for Joey Baker. Trying to chip and chase up the wing. Bounced away from him. Taken back by Stadnik. Patan picked it his pocket, but then he gave it away to Murray. Murray weaving into Hawk territory down the left wing side. Sharp angle shot. Stick save made by Burke. Puck in behind the net. Grayson has it. Grayson pass towards the line. Held in there momentarily by Liedall, but followed by DeChamplain. He skates to center. Knocked away from him. Puck taken back by Betker. Betker plays to the far side for Murray. Murray outlet up the wing. Tipped into Hawk territory. Rutkowski has it there for Portland. He spins away from the pressure of Stadnik. Now out to center it comes. Patan, right wing pass. Ratty into the zone off the end of his stick. Betker tied up by Ratty. Patan in there trying to dig it free. Knocked away from him. Back out to center by Liedall. Jones will take it at the Winterhawk line. Seth Jones backpedaling. Pass up the middle on the tape there for Nick Patan. Patan up the left wing side. Make a little move through one. Into the zone he comes. Patan far side pass. Leipzig, his shot. He scores! What a play! Patan to Leipzig. Top shelf. 2-1 Hawks.
The shot was pretty, but the pass was better. What a play by Patan to get into the zone. Leipzig was all by himself at the right circle. All 5 Silvertips watched Nick Patan. No one picked up Leipzig, and he makes him pay. He roofs it for his 6th of the year. And it's now a 2-1 Winterhawk lead. Patan, the primary. We'll see if there's a secondary assist on the play.
So the Hawks have come back here in the second to take the lead 2-1. Delio, Lear, Bjorkstrand on the follow-up shift. Play it to the Silvertip line. Intercepted by Cox. Cox ahead for Petrick. Knocked away from him. Delio can't find it. Comes to Mappin. Driving down the right wing side and deep to the near side corner. Watched by Wotherspoon. Mappin cycles it down low. Sumalides battling in there. Jones shadows him. Now Delio comes to help out. Sumalides spinning shot on goal. Good save made by Burke through traffic. Comes to the near side corner. Jones play it to the far side for Wotherspoon. Wotherspoon near side for Seth Jones. Jones, who picked up the secondary assist on that goal, drives into the zone. Left wing side cuts in. Wrist shot. Kicked away by Lotz. Rebound to the near side corner. Lear can't get there. Poked away from him. Bjorkstrand follows. Try to cycle it down low for Taylor Lear. Lear protecting the puck away from Cox. Lear now to the near side half wall. Cycle it down low. Bjorkstrand tip it further. Delio around behind the net. Centering pass. Tipped on. They score! Oliver Bjorkstrand. A backhand poke home. 3-1 Winterhawks. They've got all the momentum now.
Boy, is Chase Delio playing good hockey right now, folks. What a pass in front of Bjorkstrand, who tipped it home. And Oliver Bjorkstrand, who's been kind of a hot and cold player. He's played good in a lot of games, but hasn't been rewarded. Seems to put up points in multiples. Tonight he's got 2, a goal and an assist, and give credit to Delio for that pass.
6th goal of the year for Oliver Bjorkstrand.
666 on Halloween.
Night. Can't make this stuff up, folks. 6th of the year for Delio, 6th of the year for Leipzig, now 6th of the year for Bjorkstrand in period number 2. It couldn't be any other way. And Everett want to take a timeout, and they weren't getting one.
Not sure what the... Now Mark Ferner says, do I really want to take one or not?
Ferner wants to take a timeout. I think he wants to know why they're not taking the media timeout, but you don't take it immediately following a goal.
Right.
So the Silvertips will use their timeout. This all coming at the 10:26 mark.
Delio and Lear, the assists on the Bjorkstrand goal. So Mark Ferner is going to be using charge for his timeout. And you're right, when the media timeout is, you can't take it right after a goal. It has to be the next stoppage of play, just like you can't have it while the team's on the power play.
Yep, so it's the first even strength stoppage of play after the 10-minute mark, except for if the stoppage is caused by a goal. So the Silvertips trying to stem the tide, use their timeout. And Everett, I thought, was coming on well late in the first period of play. Had a couple good shifts late in the period. They were being outshot handily. They got back into the game a little bit. Despite leading 1-0, they got back into the territorial game. But it's been all Winterhawks here in period number 2. 3-1 Hawks, all 3 goals for Portland coming in the second frame. Hawks now send out Turgeon, Kopech, and Mahan on the forward line. Face-off, won by the Silvertips. Mueller play it to the far side for Murray. Murray outlet through the middle. Harrison tip it into Hawk territory. Taken back by Rutkowski. Rutkowski for Pouliot. Pouliot make a little move. Dodge the check of Harrison. Bank it to the far side for Troy Rutkowski. Rutkowski's outlet through the middle. Tipped away by Baumel. Comes out to center. Dumped in by Mueller. Pouliot has it in Hawk territory. Watched by Sandu. Pouliot spins away from the pressure. Pass through the middle. Turgeon. Turgeon left wing. Kopech Tip it ahead, into the zone he comes. Kopech into the high slot area, walk in, wrist shot, blocked down by the defensive Ozlansky, comes to the near side corner. Mahan, left point, Pouliot. Right point, Troy Rutkowski. Walking towards the middle, wrist shot, save lots, rebound, he'll cover, and we'll take the timeout. 8:51 left in the second period. Winter Hawks lead 3-1.
Preserving and protecting the nation's water supply and finding alternative forms of energy have never been more crucial to our way of life and the environment. Innovative ways of reclaiming and reusing wastewater are part of regular sustainable building practices. Rainwater harvesting for domestic use is becoming more common. Heating and cooling systems are being developed using solar heat and groundwater. Who will build these systems for making America less dependent on foreign oil and reduce our carbon footprint? Today's plumbers and steam fitters trained here in Oregon at Local 290. Where do you find them? Call the Portland Mechanical Contractors Association. What are they working on now? Well, for example, the new Port of Portland building uses virtually no electricity or fossil fuel for heating or cooling. It comes from groundwater. And this building reuses every drop of wastewater and rainwater. These are some of the exciting new innovations created and built by PMCA contractors. To find out more, log on to pmcaoregon.com.
So what does a good time sound like? Does it pack a punch?
This is for the UFC Light Heavyweight Belt. Here we go!
Or is it off the grid?
4 days, 3 nights, and absolutely no email. Here we go.
A good time can sound like just about anything, but there's one sound that goes with a good time every time. Bud Light. Here we go. Please drink responsibly. Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Welcome back to Portland Winterhawk Hockey, brought to you by Rebound Orthopedics and Neurosurgery. If you suffer an injury, make the same call the Winterhawks make. It's 1-800-REBOUND, or visit their website at reboundmd.com. Rebound, the premier orthopedic and neurosurgery clinic in the Portland and Southwest Washington area. 3-1 Winterhawks here midway through the second period of play. Patan, Leipzig, Ratty, the forward line. Brendan Leipzig, who scored his 50th career WHL goal just a moment ago. Goal that put the Winterhawks ahead 2-1. Off the face-off win, he kicks it to the right point. Hansen down to the half wall. Leipzig pass through the middle, intercepted by Petrick. He'll skate to center. Petrick down the left wing side, driving wide. His shot blocked by Wotherspoon. Bounces into the high slot. Kicked by Leipzig to the line. Held in nicely. Mueller dumps it in behind the net for Petrick. Petrick spinning to the near side half wall. Trying to dart towards the front of the net. Knocked away by Leipzig. Gets it out to left point. Murray. Slap shot. Kick save Burke. Rebound comes to Nick Patan. And Patan will outlet ahead for Leipzig. Trying to spin and collect the puck in skates. Couldn't handle it, and so Mueller has it at his own line. Banks it back for Murray. Now back for Mueller behind the Everett net. Mueller cycles it behind the net now for Murray. Hawks trying to pressure all the way up in the attacking zone. Murray rimming around to Sumulidis. He'll play it to Mappin. He has to drop it back behind the net for Mueller once again. Mueller near side Murray. Spinning pass through the middle. What a pass on the tape for Mappin. And he'll get it out to center, left wing side. Sumulidis. His shot sticked away by Burke to the glass. Mappin, far side corner. Trying to dig it loose. Leipzig knocks it away. Ratty, outlet, hits Patan in the skate. Patan pokes it back free, though. Gets it to Ratty. He'll skate to center. Tie Ratty into the zone, cutting into the high slot area. Toe drag to the backhand. Ratty, backhand shot. Save made by Lotz on the sharp angle, and he will hang on.
Well, we saw from Ryan Murray right there why he is such a good prospect for the NHL. Tremendous composure in his own zone, and a no-look behind the back pass to Spring and outlet. Tremendous play by the 19-year-old out of Saskatchewan. Reporting at Peters, DeChamplain, and Baker out on this is Ozlansky and DeChamplain talking on the near side boards.
DeChamplain leading the entire Western Hockey League in penalty minutes among rookies. He and Ozlansky continue to converse, but I doubt many Silvertips will want to fight tonight because they're short on the bench. Face-off won by the Winterhawks, cleared out to the left point. Viveros, right point. Seth Jones walking in, slap shot, blocked there. Sliding play there by Dawson Leadall to block it, and he'll skate to center. Good defensive play there, but then his pass hit the skate of Peters, forced the turnover. Baker dump it back in deep. Lotz out of his net, drop it behind the cage for Ozlansky. Ozlansky left wing pass. McDonald out to center. Driving down the wing, Stadnik, chip it into Hawk territory. Jones there first for Portland. Jones around behind the net. Chip it to the near side corner. Viveros gloves it away from Stadnik. Stadnik forced the turnover, though. Viveros checks him. Stadnik down for Grayson. Poked away by Jones. Bounces back to Stadnik in the corner. He's tied up by Peters. Viveros pulls the puck free. Pass through the middle. Baker. Jones joining the rush. Gets the feed up the right wing side. Jones cuts laterally into the zone, down the left wing circle, makes a move, cutting right to the front of the net, shot and score! What a beauty by Seth Jones. Inside out move, then top shelf on the short side, 4-1 Hawks.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Captain Obvious said that on Halloween. What a rush by Seth Jones. Absolutely incredible. Picked the puck up in his own zone, drove wide into the Everett zone, around the defenseman Mueller, right to the near side post and roofed it for his 4th of the season. Seth Jones, absolutely incredible rush by the defenseman, projected early round NHL draft selection in the upcoming summer.
That was exceptional. That might have been even better than the one he scored in Saskatoon for his first career goal. What a move inside out and then shelving it. Silvertips trying to respond right back into Hawk territory. Cox's shot blocked down there. Pouliot has control. Drop it back for Rutkowski. Outlet through the middle. Delio chip it up the right wing for Bjorkstrand. Bjorkstrand into the zone he comes. Centering pass. Miss Lear. Comes to the near side corner. Chase Delio has it there. Delio spins it free. Centering. Bjorkstrand shot. Missed the net high and wide to the far side post. Rutkowski chip it down the half wall. Bjorkstrand further down into the corner for Lear. Lear tied up by Baumel. Bjorkstrand digs it loose behind the net. Bjorkstrand spinning in there on Cox. Plays it to Delio. Near side half wall. Chase Delio trying to poke it down further. Bjorkstrand has it near side corner. They get free for Taylor Lear. Lear to Bjorkstrand. Bjorkstrand spinning free, looking for a centering pass. Pouliot darts in. His shot blocked wide of the net by a sliding Cole Baumel. Pouliot has it far side half wall. Walking in, wrist shot, save lots, no rebound. And it's all Portland right now. 5:51 left in period number 2. 4-1 Winterhawks.
Shots are 12-2 Winterhawks. It seems like it's more dominant than that. 4 goals here in the period. 3 of them in the last under 4 minutes. Jones is 4th from Baker and Viveros. So Lane Viveros, his first assist on the season, on the Jones marker.
Face off far side. Patan, Leipzig, Ratty for Portland. Mappin, Petrick, Sumulidis for the Silvertips. Face off won by Everett. Petrick out to center. Driving down the right wing side to the red line. Dump it in deep. Chase after it himself. Near side corner. Wotherspoon has a beat on him. Petrick checked by Hansen, who came across and buried him. Fans like that, but Silvertips still have the puck. Petrick back on his feet, cycles it. Leipzig hit hard. That was a big hit by Sumulidis. Leipzig up and okay, but Mappin in on goal, he scores. As the big hit by Sumulidis forces the turnover, and Mappin patiently picked his spot through the 5-hole of Brendan Burke. Everett back within 2.
Yeah, that was a pretty shot by Ty Mappin. Patient, as you mentioned, with the puck and just found a little seam between the pads of Burke. Time to goal is 14:30. Hawks up 4-2. For Ty Mappin, that is his first career Western Hockey League goal, I believe. The 16-year-old first-round Bantam selection. And that was a nice one to take the puck and put it on the mantle.
Yeah, very composed finish from the 16-year-old. And he will probably not be a stranger to the goal column as his WHL career continues. Very nice finish there, and it's 4-2. Dump to the near side corner. Everett right back in on the forecheck again. Viveros poke it up the wing. Kopech check there. Dug free. Viveros pokes it around his man. Stadnik outlet up the wing. Mahan flip it into Everett territory. Off the glove of McDonald. Bounces in the air. Kopech gloves it down. They call a hand pass. So it went off the glove of McDonald, and then it must have hit Turgeon's glove before Kopech gloved it down. They were playing volleyball in the high slot in the Everett zone.
Well, you know, it was a triple hand pass. Sumulidis the lone assist on the Mappin goal for Everett to make it 4-2.
Face off, won by the Hawks in neutral ice. Jones to the near side for Lane Viveros. Viveros through the middle. Turgeon into the zone. Left circle. Drop it out for Kopech. Handcuffed him on the pass. Viveros follows to hold it in the zone nicely. Turgeon take the body far side corner, but the Silvertips come away with the puck. It's outletted to center by Lidahl. Viveros has it, hammers it right back in wide of the net. Looking for the M-board rebound to come in towards the front of the net. It hit the back of the cage instead, and then Mueller put it back up onto his net. So
they're going to save it. They're going to move it outside the zone.
It came off the net, and then handcuffed Mueller, and he batted it back onto the net. Face-off comes out to neutral ice, though. 4:44 left in the second.
That's another call that is questionable, but just moves a face-off outside the zone. Doesn't result in a power play.
Face-off, won by the Silvertips. Murray drop it back into Silvertip territory for Mueller. He goes around behind the net, pass up the left wing side. Sandu chip it into Hawk territory. Bouncing puck, far side corner. Pouliot after it. Derek Pouliot, checked by Sandu, who forced the turnover. Baumel for Harrison, darting around behind the net. Harrison looking for a pass to the point, tipped away by the Hawks defense, held in nicely by Oslansky. Down in the corner, Sandu, backdoor feed intercepted by Derek Pouliot. And he'll take control, an outlet for Adam de Champlain. Pass out of his reach. Oslansky dump it back in deep into Hawk territory. Rakowski with the puck behind the Hawk net. Play to the near side corner for Pouliot. Back behind the net for Troy Rakowski. Rakowski, outlet, hit a stick, bounced loose in the neutral ice area. Sumalides poked it to the Hawk line. Rakowski bats it back into Silvertip territory. Delio fanned on his pass on the rolling puck as he was looking for Lear. Out to center it goes. Bjorkstrand for Rakowski, darting into the zone once again. Rakowski, right circle. Sharp angle shot, tipped wide by Lear. Taken now by Sandu. He'll bank it up the wing and out to center. Now the puck is taken by Sumalides. He tries to go inside out on Pouliot, who was having none of it. And the Hawks turn the other way. Bjorkstrand down the wing. Delio into the high slot. Rakowski couldn't get the one-timer away. Got it into the slot. No, Lear shot. Kick save made by Lotz on the backhander. And now it's skated by Ryan Murray out up the right wing side for Mappin into the zone for Petrick, who was loose in front of the net, but Lear came back to block that pass away. Now out to the left point it goes. Murray dump it in behind the net. Puck taken there by Pouliot. Rim to the far side for Rakowski. Rakowski pass ahead for Bjorkstrand, poked away from him to the line. Murray has it left point. Ryan Murray softly looking for a tip on that shot, but it missed the net wide. Comes to the near side corner. Petrick after it. Petrick protecting the puck there. Away from Delio, cycles it down low. Spinning in there is Liedal. Liedal watched by Pouliot. Liedal reverses the other way. Outlet out to the left point now for Ryan Murray. Fake the slap shot, now wristed on goal. Tipped on, save made by Burke. Rebound, bouncing free. Comes to the near side half wall. Liedal plays it to the line. Handcuffed Mueller. Hawks force the turnover. Lear back into the attacking zone. Tries an outside in move on Mueller, who took it away. Plays it to the far side corner for Liedal. 2:27 left now. Period number 2 as the long outlet by Mueller missed everybody. Icing against the Silvertips. They're unable to change. 4-2 Winterhawks.
Second intermission night, we'll get you all the scoring. 5 goals here in the second period so far. No penalties, but we'll update you on all that. And also talk about the trade Edmonton made with the Vancouver Giants to get defenseman David Musil. And a few other news and notes around the Western Hockey League as the Hawks leading 4-2 here late in the second at the Coliseum.
Patan, Leipzig, Ratty, the forward line for Portland. Patan on the draw against Reed Petrick. Face off, won by Petrick to the corner, but Ratty darts in, takes it away from Murray. Ratty out to the far side half wall, played out to the left point for Wotherspoon. Slap shot, kicked away by Lotz, comes out all the way to center. Off the end-board rebound, Hansen has to chase it back into Hawk territory. Silvertips make changes as Hansen comes around behind the net, play it to Wotherspoon, up through the middle for Patan, now ahead for Ratty. He's got Leipzig down the wing, feeds it to him, Leipzig cutting in on front, backdoor pass for Ratty, he got upended. That's going to be a penalty as the Hawks will go to the power play. Hawks still with the puck, though, as it came all the way back into Winterhawk territory. Now Burke will make his way to the bench as Josh Hansen has the puck. Outlet, almost hit Burke with it, and now it's touched up by Harrison.
Yeah, Leipzig threw it back towards the point. Missed everybody. Burke wisely staying in net to make sure it didn't get into the empty net behind him. And then slashing call coming up. It's Connor Cox heading off for slashing. Penalty is 18-17, just a second power play of the game for Portland.
I thought that one may be going to a 5-on-3 because Cox slashed Leipzig, who got around him ultimately, and he centered for Ty Ratty, who was upended by Ben Betker as Ratty was trying to stuff it into the open side, but just one of the two was called. Betker leaning on Ratty, not called on the play. Patan takes a stick to the face from Harrison, no call. Far side, Rakowski has it back out to the line for Pouliot. Pouliot now for Patan, left circle, down low for Ratty, looking for a centering pass, knocked away by Betker. Comes to the near side half wall. Patan bat it down into the corner for Ratty. Ratty's pass comes to Patan, near side corner. Patan to the half wall. Back to the line. Pouliot, one-timer. His stick failed him, and it's dumped the length of the ice by the Silvertips. Pouliot has to go get a new piece of lumber. Patan comes behind the Hawk net and now skates up the middle. Jones replaces Pouliot as Rakowski takes the long outlet into the zone. Left circle. Rakowski, rink-wide pass. Lear settles the bouncing puck. Final minute of the second period of play. Ratty to the near side half wall for Nick Patan. Patan to the line for Seth Jones. Slap shot. Blocked down. Goes to the far side corner. Rakowski has it. Rakowski to the line for Jones. To the left point for Patan. Patan looking for a centering pass. Not there. Plays it to the line for Jones. Now to the far side. Rakowski walking in the middle. Play it to the left circle. Patan walk in. Wrist shot. Save. Lotz. No rebound. 36 seconds left in the period.
Good motion around the outside of the zone for Portland, but nothing really in tight. As that time Lotz had a good look at the Petan entry shot, made the save, face-off coming. 36.9 remaining in the period, 54 seconds remaining on the power play. Leipzig, Ratty, Petan, or Lear. No, I checked that. That's Bjorkstrand on the right wing. Jones and Pouliot on the back end.
Leipzig will take the face-off, wins it. Bjorkstrand in the high slot, back for Jones, top of the umbrella, fake the slap shot, play it to Delio, near side half wall. Delio down low for Leipzig, looking for a centering pass. Bjorkstrand tied up from behind. Second effort, he got the shot away, but it was muffled by the back check by Petrick, and Lotz is able to hang on.
Petrick was a nice pickup for the Tips last year. He's a 19-year-old this season, came over for the Medicine Hat Tigers. Good defensively, has pretty good offensive skills as well. That time he did a nice job of taking away the scoring play. So he's been a nice addition to the Tips for basically not much. They gave up a mid-round pick to get him.
Face-off won by the Hawks. Jones walking to the middle, far side for Pouliot. Pouliot back to Jones, one-timer, blocked by Petrick. That one stung him. Jones has control, walking towards the left wing circle. 12 seconds in the period. His centering pass looking for Pouliot, knocked away by Baumel, who dumps it the length of the ice. Final 5 seconds of the second period. Don't think the Hawks will be able to generate any more offense, and Seth Jones just eats it in Hawk territory. And that'll do it for the second period of play. 4 goals for the Hawks in the second frame. Reverse a 1-0 deficit, turn it into a 4-2 lead after 2 periods of play. Stick around. Coming up after the break, I'll have the scoring summary right here on AM 860. When you're looking for the perfect location for a business lunch or dinner, or when the occasion calls for someplace special, Ruth's Chris Steakhouse is the place to go. Ruth's Chris has just moved into their dazzling new downtown restaurant located at the corner of Southwest Broadway and Taylor. Their signature steaks are cooked at 1800 degrees and topped with fresh butter so they sizzle.
Every car or pickup tire that Les Schwab sells comes with the kind of protection most other places just don't give you. Along with great prices, we give you free flat repairs and more for the entire life of the tire. That's our best tire value promise. Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952. No porcupines were harmed in the making of this commercial. Come in now and get a great deal at our fall tire sale. Hurry, our biggest sale of the year ends October 31st.
The third period of Winter Hawks hockey is brought to you by the local plumbers and steam fitters of UA Local 290, Les Schwab Tire Centers, and by Sterling Bank. With the call of the third period action, here's the voice of the Hawks, Todd Vroman.
Welcome back to the Veterans Memorial Coliseum. Todd Vroman alongside Andy Kemper. Winter Hawks 4-2 leaders, 17 seconds of power play time to start the third period of play. Hawks looking to perhaps get a little extra insurance here to start the third period. Petan, Ratty, Leipzig, Pouliot, Rutkowski, the 5-man unit on the power play shift here. Hawks at least hoping to establish some attacking zone time to carry over after this power play expires. The Winter Hawks win the face-off. Pouliot left wing pass. Leipzig right into the zone, driving wide on Mueller. Goes off the toe of his stick into the corner. Mueller battles in there, digs it free. Petan gets it down low for Ratty, though. Ratty back to Petan, far side corner. Petan trying to dig the puck loose. He's put under pressure by Mueller. Penalty over. Winter Hawks 0 for 2 on the power play, but Petan gets it to Leipzig. Back for Petan, missed him. Rutkowski's sharp angle shot was blocked as Winter Hawks had Lotz swimming in his crease, but they couldn't get a shot through. Hawks hold it in the zone, but then Mueller will rim it around the boards all the way down the length of the ice. Icing is the call. 36 seconds gone in the third.
No official shots there, but they did get 2 or 3 pretty good looks down low. Pretty nifty passing. Leipzig to Petan, back to Leipzig. And his shot never got on net, was blocked on the way through, but it went to Rutkowski. His shot blocked as well. So give the Silvertips defense credit. Blocked a couple shots there, kept it out of the net. Face off to the right of Austin Lutz.
Delio will take the draw for Portland against Harrison for the Silvertips. Delio shoots directly off the draw. Save made by Lotz. Face-off will be to his right once again.
Seen a few goals like that in Western Hockey League history. I remember James Hamish Black scored one in this building in overtime to win a game like that.
Brendan Shinneman did it a couple times over the course of his career. He was very good at it. Delio will try to win the face-off back this time. Gets it between the Winter Hawk defense. It comes all the way back into Hawk territory. Wotherspoon and Petrick chase after it. Wotherspoon has a beat on Petrick. Checks him into the corner boards. Trying to spin the puck loose as Wotherspoon hit a skate. Second effort, he gets it to Lear. Lear for Jones, skating to center. Jones down the right wing side into the zone. Right wing wrist shot blocked over top of the net. Delio behind the cage trying to spin it loose. Intercepted there by Cox. Cox for Petrick. Knocked away by Bjorkstrand. Petrick gets it back. Outlet up the wing. Intercepted by Wotherspoon. He plays it back into Hawk territory where Seth Jones will collect. Jones. Left wing pass. Wotherspoon. Through the middle. Delio. Into the zone he comes. Delio drop it off. Bjorkstrand. Wrist shot high over top of the net. He can bring it, folks. on that wrister, but he misses the net a couple times here tonight. Now Harrison the other direction, chip and chase into the zone. Sharp angle shot, save made by Burke. He will hang on. Bjorkstrand has a goal tonight. He's had a couple of shots like that where he's just missed the top corners.
Yeah, he definitely can bring the wrister, and he's got, if he ever gets it narrowed down to where it's on frame, he's going to score a lot of goals in this Western Hockey League. Remember, he is just a 17-year-old rookie. It's his draft year. So he will most likely be wearing a Hawk sweater for a couple of years.
Face off, won by the Silvertips. Long shot blocked wide of the net. Does Champlain chase it down, far side. Play it to the near side for Pouliot. Chipped up the wing. Mahan gets it out to center for Peters to collect. Peters backpedals into Hawk territory. Look for open space. Finds it. Cross ice pass. Handcuff Ratkowski, but he still is able to get it ahead for DeChamplain. DeChamplain dump it to the line. Peters has it knocked away from him. Ratkowski get it back at the Hawk line. Ratkowski for Pouliot. Pouliot down the right wing. Into the zone he comes. Pouliot centers. Peters let it go 3. And it was tipped away by Lotz. Dumped back out by the Silvertips. Back into Winterhawk territory. Baker take it at the Hawk line. He'll stride up the middle. Baker down the right wing. Into the zone he comes. His long shot blocked by Ryan Murray. Murray cycles it to the far side corner for Mueller. Mueller ahead. Right wing side. Now out to center it comes. Flipped in deep by Grayson. Chased down near side corner. Stadnik drop it down low. Lead all back to Stadnik in the corner. He's tied up by Ratkowski. Turgeon comes to help out for Portland. Lead all for the Silvertips, helping out as well. To a side battling, near side corner. Stadnik pulls it out of the pile, poked away from him by Pouliot. Mahan trying to dig it loose. Clear to the line, held in. Murray, his long slapper, well wide of the cage. Goes to the far side corner. Pouliot drops it back. Turgeon ties up Grayson. Good forechecking shift here for the Silvertips, but finally Ratkowski comes away with the puck. His long pass off the stick of Kopech goes in deep. Mueller backpedaling in Silvertip territory. Play it to the near side for Murray. He'll play for Leadall. Right wing pass. Grayson flip it in deep. Everett will make changes. Jones, far side corner. Play it to the near side corner for Viveros. Still in Winterhawk territory. Viveros sidesteps a hit. Play it to Seth Jones. Far side circle. Jones makes a move. Knocked away from him, though, by Petrick. Petrick right wing circle. Wrist shot. Glove save made by Burke. He'll hang on. Viveros kind of stumbled on the play, but Petrick shot early.
Yeah, I'm surprised Petrick shot that because he did have a clear lane to the net after Viveros kind of lost an edge. But Petrick maybe tried to catch Burke, not anticipating the shot, but Burke made a glove save. He'll hold it for a faceoff. 16:44 remaining in the third period. 4-2 Hawks. Face-off to the left of Burke.
Face-off, far side, won by the Winterhawks. Leipzig will stride to center. Leipzig down the right wing side into Silvertip territory. Trying to take it wide. Poked away by Betker behind the net. Leipzig chasing after it. Betker ties him up. Mappin comes away with the puck. Flip it out to center off the glove of Wotherspoon. Petrick chase it down. 2-on-1 down the right wing side. Petrick to the left wing. Sumalides. Backdoor for Petrick. Through his skates. Couldn't get the shot on goal. Far side corner. Mappin has it. Tied up by Patan. Wotherspoon checks Mappin. Mappin digs it free for Sumalides. He's been good tonight for Everett. Far side corner. Tied up by Nick Patan. Patan takes the puck away. Patan around the Hawk net. Right wing pass out of the reach of Hansen. Tipped at center by Leipzig, goes into the Silvertip bench. 16:03 left in the third.
No other games in the Western Hockey League tonight. This is the lone game. So no other scores to report. No NHL scores to report either, as they continue to be locked out. So we're just going to call this game.
Just going to call this game one game in the American Hockey League, but nobody involving Winterhawk. Former Winterhawks involved in that game. Play in Everett territory. Delio for Bjorkstrand, knocked away from him. Pass out to center. Ratkowski dumps it in on goal. Bouncing puck. Lotz gloves it down. Leaves it for Oslansky behind the net. Oslansky right wing feeds. Sandu. Taken away from him by Bjorkstrand, who darts to the middle. Bjorkstrand toe drag move. Wrist shot. Just missed the far post wide. Pouliot now to the right point for Ratkowski. Ratkowski, wrister. Just floated wide of the blocker side of Lotz through traffic. He caught it late, but it missed the net. Ratkowski dumps it back in deep. 4-2 Winterhawks. Puck behind the Silvertip net. Played to the near side. Flipped through the middle. Intercepted by Joey Baker. Darts to the front. Backhand shot. Save made by Lotz. Clever play there by Baker to settle a bouncing puck and pull it to his backhand all in one motion. Made the save. Then he and Oslansky exchanging pleasantries after the whistle.
Grayson.
That's Grayson.
Yeah, Oslansky was the first one. Grayson stepped in. But good read by Joey Baker to intercept the outlet and get a scoring chance off of it, looking for his first goal of the year. Does have an assist in this game, does Joey Baker. He remains out on the shift with Peters and DeChamplain. Grayson will be up front with Liedall and Stadnik. Murray and Mueller on defense.
Far side circle, Taylor Peters takes the draw against Stadnik. Peters tries to go forward. Stadnik stacks it up. Now it's played to the near side corner. Checked in there is Murray, but he got it up ahead. Out to center. Liedall outlets for Grayson into Hawk territory. Centering pass intercepted by Seth Jones. He just pokes it back behind the net where Baker takes. Trying to reverse it for Jones. Hit a skate. Baker continues to battle to the far side corner. Wins the battle. Gets it ahead to Champlain. Clears it out to center. Pitchforked back into Hawk territory by Connor Cox. Viveros has it. Right wing pass. Baker. He'll dump it in deep. Peters after it. Behind the net. Poked away from him by Betker. Comes to the near side half wall. Taken there and outletted to center by Liedall. Intercepted by Seth Jones. Jones play it through the middle for Ratty. Now back to Hawk territory for Viveros. Viveros to the red line. Fanned on his dump in. So Stadnik will dump it into Winterhawk territory. Plenty of time for Seth Jones to pick it up from Brendan Burke behind the Hawk net as the Silvertips are making changes. Nick Patan swings by. Jones skates out from behind the net. Play to the left wing for Pouliot off his stick. Mappin forced the turnover. Mappin down the right wing into Hawk territory. Long shot. Save for Burke. He'll pin it to the chest and hang on.
While we got a moment, let's take 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the Winterhawks Hockey on AM 860 and Winterhawks.com radio network.
Only 6 days left until Election Day.
We are AM 860 KPAM.
Troutdale, Portland, Vancouver.
The voice of Portland.
6 days left until the election. Winterhawks play on election night against the Red Deer Rebels. You can hear that game in its entirety here on AM 860 after the special election coverage. Play in the near side corner. Mappin chasing after it, tied up by Patan. Mappin plays it to the near side half wall, cleared out towards the line. Murray and Ratty collide. Sumalides holds it into the zone, flips it to the far side corner where Hansen gets it to Wotherspoon. Wotherspoon up the right wing side. Ty Ratty take it. Ratty rink wide pass. Josh Hansen settle a bouncing puck. Try to flip it back ahead for Ratty. Hit a skate. Patan picks up the loose change in center. He's buried from behind by Mappin. That's going to be a penalty as Mappin's going to go off for cross-checking, and the Hawks will go to the power play. Time of this is 6:25.
Pretty obvious call there as Mappin wasn't very happy with the call, but he did put the stick right in the back of Patan on the near side boards in a dangerous position. Power play for Portland, their third of the game, 0 for 2 so far. A chance to add a little insurance to their 4-2 lead.
Face-off in the attacking zone. Leipzig, Bjorkstrand, Delio start the power play with Wotherspoon and Jones on defense. Leipzig wins it. Murray hammers it around the glass, past Wotherspoon all the way back into Hawk territory. Jones chasing after it. Harrison has a beat on him. Jones protects the puck well against Harrison. Spins in behind the net. And now he has time and space to skate up the middle. Seth Jones to the red line. Jones into Everett territory. Stop in the high slot. Play to the right circle. Leipzig cutting into the slot area. Wrist shot. Save Lotz. Rebound far side corner. Lear plays it for Leipzig. Missed him. Jones can't quite hold it in. Far side circle. So he has to reverse out to center ice. Drop it off for Leipzig. He darts into the zone. Leipzig cutting in. Pull it to the backhand. Shot. Save made by Lotz. Rebound cleared by Murray. All the way back down into Hawk territory. Minute 20 left on the power play for Portland. Hawks make partial changes to their power play unit. Jones up the middle. Left wing pass. Wotherspoon into the zone. He's driving wide. Couldn't get a shot away. Cox poked away, so Wotherspoon spins back. Play it to the left point for Patan. Patan down to the far side corner for Ratty. Back to Patan, far side half wall. Patan back down low for Ratty. Backdoor pass. Wotherspoon handcuffed, but he got a shot away. Save made by Lotz. Second effort. Wotherspoon trying to poke it loose. Lotz holds his ground well and covers up.
Portland likes to do that on the power play. Get the weak side defenseman to come in towards the bottom of the zone, towards the post. Great feed across for Wotherspoon. Bounced on him just as it got to his stick, but he did a nice job of getting it to the shot away. And then two good efforts down low from Wotherspoon and Lear, but Austin Lotz a couple nice saves to keep it a 4-2 game. Still 54 seconds remaining in the power play.
Patan, Lear, Ratty, Pouliot, Rutkowski, the five-man unit for Portland on the penalty kill. Face off by Petrick, cleared to the line, held in by Rutkowski. Long wrist shot, missed the net high and wide. Sumalides chases after it. Patan wins the battle, though. Pokes it down the wall. Intercepted by Cox. Patan, though, gets it back. Patan, fake a little pass to the middle. Now he takes it to the half wall. Throw down row. Ratty. Centering pass. Lear fanned on the one-timer. Out to the right point it comes now. Pouliot. Pouliot pass down low. Hit Petrick. Stays in the zone, though. The Hawks still have control. Rutkowski to the corner. Rutkowski drop it down for Ratty. Ratty spinning away from Ben Betker. Plays it to the far side circle for Patan. Out of the line for Pouliot. No shooting lane. Pouliot wrists one then on the second effort, and Lotz will make the save through traffic and hang on.
Good looks for Portland again on this power play, but nothing to show for it on the scoreboard. Still 14 seconds remaining. Hawks send out Delio, Bjorkstrand, and Leipzig for the offensive zone face-off. Jones and Wotherspoon on defense. Delio a goal and an assist in this game. Bjorkstrand a goal and an assist. And Leipzig a goal.
Jones a goal and an assist. He's on the ice as well. Face-off. Won by the Silver Tips. Skated out to center there by Cole Baumel. Weaves around Leipzig, darting into Hawk territory. Right circle, toe drag move, knocked away easily by Jones. Baumel gets it back behind the net though. Spinning in there, trying to cycle it down low. Delio short circuits that effort. Silver Tips get the kill. Back out onto the ice is Mappin as Leipzig skates to center. Leipzig down the right wing, knocked away from him. Bjorkstrand try to force a turnover. Baumel take it back though, get it to Harrison. Harrison outlet through the middle, intercepted by Jones. Jones through the middle. Leipzig, Bjorkstrand, Delio, into the zone he comes. Delio, wrist shot, just missed the near side post of Lotz there, past the blocker. Now Kopech, fresh off the bench, trying to cycle it down further, knocked away from him. Baumel drop it back, give and go, back out to center for Sandu. Sandu down the right wing, dump it in deep into Hawk territory. Burke leave it behind the net for Seth Jones. 10:55 left in period number 3. Winterhawks leading 4-2. Delio, long outlet. Baker was going to the middle though. Pass eluded him. Icing is the call. Hawks unable to change.
10:49 remaining. 4-2 Winterhawks. All scoring for Portland came in that second period. All even strength. Delio, Leipzig, and Bjorkstrand all getting their 6th of the year. Jones is 4th. Sandwiched around goals by Baumel in the first and Mappin late in the second for Everett.
Face off to the right of Brennan Burke's net. Everett win the draw. Lead all cycle it in behind the net. Jones chasing after it. Jones around to the far side. Play it up the wing for Kopech. Kopech chipped to the line. Held in. Stadnik dump it in behind the net where Burke leaves it for Seth Jones. Jones to the far side circle for Tyler Wotherspoon. His pass through the middle for Baker. Baker cuts laterally. Forced Peters offside as Peters looked like he had a step down the left wing, but Baker didn't see him, and that forced the whole play off.
Yeah, Peters tried his best to stay on side, but he kind of lost an edge a little bit, and that forced his right skate off the ice to force the offside play. Nice call by Ryan Gibbons, the former Seattle Thunderbird forward, who's now a linesman of the Western Hockey League. Face-off will be Peters against Ty Mappin. Mappin had his first career Western Hockey League goal in the second period for Everett.
Face-off won by the Silver Tips. McDonald in his own zone for Cox. His pass out of the reach of the intended target. No icing, goes in on the goal of Brendan Burke. He drops it off for Josh Hansen. Hansen to Pouliot, ahead for Kopech. Now for Baker. He strides to center, driving wide. Cox takes the body well as Baker dumps it in deep. Peters in first, crashes into McDonald, digs the puck free. Peters tied up by McDonald. Peters trying to spin it loose. McDonald still using the body. Now Baker comes over to help out. McDonald still now leaning on Baker. Peters battles with Mappin, clears it out towards the line. Pouliot, play it down the wall, back for Taylor Peters. Peters spins it into the middle, looking for Pouliot, out of his reach. Pouliot digs it loose for Kopech. Kopech gets it back to Derek Pouliot. Pouliot looking for Ratty, right circle, wrist shot, score! Ty Ratty, fresh off the bench, off the inside of the post and home, 5-2 Hawks.
Nice job, Preston Kopech on the far boards. Dug it loose for Derek Pouliot. And Ratty filling the lane. No one saw him coming, much like Leipzig's goal in the second period. And Ratty files it for his 9th of the season. He now has a 8-game point streak, and the Hawks have a 5-2 lead. Time of the goal is 10:20.
Good play there by Derek Pouliot off the circle as well. Pouliot hadn't scored or assisted on a goal since the Hawks had come back home. Missed out there for a couple of games, but perfect pass for Ty Ratty there, and he shelved it home. Winterhawks have more insurance. It's 5-2. Play loose and neutralized. Leipzig hits it with a high stick, but the Silver Tips play it, so no whistle. Harrison striding to center. Drop it off for Sandu. Back for Harrison into Hawk territory. Wrist shot, stick to the glass by Burke. Far side circle. Leipzig trying to spin it free. Leipzig can't get it around his man Baumel. Comes back down low. Patan, Rimmett behind the net now for Seth Jones. Jones to Wotherspoon. Wotherspoon outlet up the middle on the tape for Leipzig. Great pass there. Leipzig to Patan, left circle, backdoor pass. Ratty tipped away from him by Murray. Jones drop it down into the corner. Murray intercept, clear to the line. Jones hold it in. No, it bounced over his stick to center. Jones has to spin it to the far side for Wotherspoon. He'll dump it in, hit a stick, goes into the far side corner. Mueller after it for the Silver Tips, watched by Ty Ratty. Mueller checked by Ratty. Patan trying to dig it free, comes to the near side. Lead all with it. Lead all pass for Stadnik, intercepted by Leipzig, gets it to Wotherspoon. Wotherspoon for Ratty, into the zone he comes. Into the high slot, looking for Patan, knocked away, comes to Wotherspoon, his shot hit some bodies in front, didn't make it through. And the Silvertips will clear to center. Dawson Leadall, left wing side, checked by DeChamplain as he dumps it in deep. Burke behind the net, leave it for Rutkowski, chip it to the far side. Wotherspoon clear to the line, held in by Connor Cox. Right point, down into the corner it goes. Rutkowski takes control there. Rutkowski for Mahan. Looking for an outlet, knocked away from him by Leadall. Mahan plays it back to Rutkowski, now back for Mahan. Turgeon trying to help out, dig it loose for Portland as well. Puck dug free. Grayson, near side half wall, play it back out to the line. Wrist shot by Folk, save made, comes back out to the point. Cox shot, save Burke as well. Now to the far side corner it goes. Hawks dig it free. Turgeon ahead for DeChamplain. He'll skate to center. DeChamplain chip it ahead for Mahan. Left circle. Mahan has a step. Looking for a centering pass. He shoots instead. Save made. Rebound loose in the crease. And DeChamplain couldn't get there first. Poked away by the defensive Griffin Folk. And it's cleared back out to center. DeChamplain battling there with Stadnik. Mahan comes in to throw his weight around as he checks Folk. Puck comes to the far side. Taken by Vivros into the zone. Left circle. He overskates. Gets it back. Wrist shot through the crease. Looking for a deflection. Nobody home. Lear fresh off the bench. Gets the on-board rebound. Near side circle. Darting down behind the net. Lear centers. Knocked away. Good active stick by Austin Lotz. And he'll cover up. We'll take a timeout. 7:20 left in the third. 5-2 Hawks. When the Winterhawks players need a fresh lunch, they stop in at Togo's in Beaverton. Togo's slices their meats fresh daily and use only the freshest produce. Stop in and try their signature sandwich, the hot pastrami, today. Plus, if you stop by Togo's on a game day in your Winterhawks gear, you'll get a free chips or 20-ounce fountain drink with the purchase of a 6 or 9-inch sandwich. Also, text Togo's to 27299 for exclusive offers and a chance to win a game-used autographed stick from a Winterhawks player. Togo's, a West Coast original since 1971.
Nobody schedules when a plumbing problem happens. They just happen. So when you need a plumber and need one now, what should you do? Call DNF Plumbing. Hi, I'm Sandy with DNF Plumbing. DNF Plumbing is your full plumbing service. Whether you're remodeling and need certified plumbing experts for big or small projects, just call 503-282-0993. And remember, D for drip and F for faucet.
Portland Winterhawks hockey on the winterhawks.com radio network and AM 860.
Welcome back to the Veterans Memorial Coliseum. Todd Broman alongside Andy Kemper. The Portland Winterhawks leading 5-2 midway through the second period of play. Hawks back in action this weekend, Friday night against the Victoria Royals, Saturday night against the Royals as well. Tickets available. Game's going to be played next door over in the Rose Garden. Call 503-236-HAWK. That's 503-236-4295. Visit winterhawks.com for ticket information. Then the Hawks will play next Tuesday night against the Red Deer Rebels. All those games in the Rose Garden. All those games. Tickets available on winterhawks.com. Face off, far side circle. Winterhawks leading 5-2. Delio wins the draw. Bjorkstrand centers. Delio wrist shot. Save Lotz. Rebound comes to Pouliot. He'll fire. Save Lotz again. Now behind the net it comes to Bjorkstrand. He's worked over by Betker, but Bjorkstrand continues to battle. Betker wraps him up. Lear centers. Delio wrist shot. Missed the net high and wide. What a move that was. But he couldn't quite finish over the glove hand side of the netminder Lotz, and the onboard rebound comes all the way back into Hawk territory. Hansen leaves it for Delio. He strides up the right wing side. Delio chip it into the zone. Bjorkstrand weaved one way, the puck went the other, so Cox intercepts, dumps it into Hawk territory. Length of the ice, icing is the call, and Andy, ever since Taylor Lear came on that line for Portland, it's really been clicking.
Absolutely. I mean, that line has been Portland's best line probably the last two games, and Chase Delio is playing out of his mind right now. Two good looks in that shift. He came back to the bench, he kind of threw his head back like, oh, how did I miss that one? But incredible shift for that line, two good scoring chances. Now they get an offensive face-off, Peters, Baker, and Kopech.
Face-off won by the Silvertips Petrick. Kopech comes into pressure, but Mueller spins away. Baker comes in to lay the body on him. Comes to Sumilidis, throws it back in front of his own net. Mueller take it there, spinning back in his own zone. Play it to the near side for Cox. Cox, rink-wide pass, out of the reach of the intended target. Icing against the Silvertips once again. And once again, they won't be able to change. 6:28 left in period number 3. Remember, when the Winterhawks go back out on the road 2 weeks from now, Friday and Saturday night against Spokane and Vancouver, be sure to check out the official Winterhawks viewing parties. 2 options for each and every road game. McGillicuddy's on Northeast Halsey and the sports page in Beaverton. For more information, go to winterhawks.com. Of course, like the Hawks on Facebook and follow the Hawks on Twitter at PDX Winterhawks. Face-off won by the Silvertips. Out to center comes Petrick. He gains the red line, flips it softly into Hawk territory. Jones chase it down, near side corner. Around, stopping behind the Hawk net. Taylor Peters swings by. Peters picks up the puck, pass through the middle, hit the heel of the stick of Kopech. Intercepted by Harrison. He's buried by Peters on a hit at center ice, but puck comes in deep. Jones to the far side. Peters spin it up the middle, out of the reach of the intended target. Held in by Oslansky. Chip it to the near side corner. Sandu tied up by Jones. Puck taken by Joey Baker. He's worked over by Harrison and Sandu, but Baker got it up ahead, intercepted by Baumel. Baumel towards the front of the net, spins a pass through the crease, backdoor side. It comes for Harrison, but he couldn't get the shot on frame. Now it's taken near side. Baumel out to the line. McDonald chip it down into the corner. Peters play it behind the net for Wotherspoon. Tyler Wotherspoon up the far side, spinning away from Sandu. Now Wotherspoon will skate up the wing. Wotherspoon to the red line, dumps it in wide of the net. Stick on it there by Lotz, puts the puck up and over the glass and out of play. 5:21 left in the third, 5-2 Hawks.
Shots are now 43-23 Portland. You talked about it in the pregame show, Todd. If you get 40 shots, most likely you're going to have 4 goals. Hawks have 5 on 43. If you only give up around 20, you're going to give up about 2 goals, and the Silvertips 2 on 23, so your math figures out to be about right.
It's about what the coaching staff has talked about a lot for the Winterhawks over the last few seasons. Get those shot totals up. It won't work every night to get the right amount of goals for your shots, but about a good guideline as the Hawks are back in action. Leipzig has it poked off his stick in the attacking zone. Viveros follows, flips it down the wing. Mueller has it poked away by Ratty. Patan around behind the net, centers it out for Ratty. He spins in behind the cage, plays it back to Patan, near side circle. He walks to the middle, knocked away from him on the defensive play by Dawson Liedall. And is flipped to center by Mueller. Murray joining the rush down the right wing side. Into the zone he comes. Spinning on Viveros. Murray throws it into the high slot area, but 2 tips were changing. And the puck is loose in front of their own bench. Petrick comes away with it. Petrick into the zone. Right wing pass. Murray. Spinning slapper. Save made there by Burke. Now behind the net. Viveros loses an edge, but he still poked it to Rutkowski. Now back behind the net for Viveros. Everett coming more aggressively on the forecheck. In the final 5 minutes, trailing by 3. Viveros reverses it to the near side for Patan. Back to the far side corner, off the skate of Viveros. Comes to Mappin, who holds it in. Cycles it down into the corner. Rutkowski, rim it around the boards. Out to the line, and to center it goes. Griffin Folk, take it there. Folk now for Sumilidis. Sumilidis tied up by Ratty, but he plays it to the far side for Petrick. Watched by Viveros. Petrick spins back. Leipzig ties him up. Petrick still gets it to the line. Slap shot by Oslansky. Faked. Now he'll take it. Tipped on. Good save, Burke. Rebound behind the net. Mappin has it. Mappin scored his first career WHL goal in the second. Gets it back out to Folk. He's looking for his first. Wrist shot missed net high and wide. Leipzig take control. Leipzig make a move. Dodges Mappin. Dumps it in deep.
Penalty coming up, though, as
Mappin took a run at Brendan Leipzig.
Interference call on Mappin. Not sure I agree with that one. It's actually Sumilidis head into the box. I thought it was Mappin as well. Maybe Sumilidis.
Something away from the puck that we didn't see, and that must have been it. Wasn't the hit on Sumilidis, it was actually wasn't the hit by Mappin, it was actually the play by Sumilidis. So the Winterhawks to the power play, their 4th of the game. Interference the call. Turgeon, DeChamplain, Mahan, the forward line for Portland. Wotherspoon and Jones, the defense pair. So with a 3-goal lead and 3:44 left in regulation, Mike Johnston going with 3 rookies up front. Turgeon on the draw against Harrison. Face-off won by the Hawks, but DeChamplain encroached, so Turgeon will get kicked out of the circle. DeChamplain will have to come in and take the draw. DeChamplain will come in and take it. Face-off won by the Hawks. Mahan looking for a spinning shot. Went off the toe of his stick. Wotherspoon has it. Top of the umbrella. Play it to the far side. Missed DeChamplain. Comes to the near side corner. Puck taken there by Mahan. Mahan down low for Turgeon. Spinning. Trying to dig the puck free. Turgeon out to the left point for Seth Jones. Jones down to the far side circle. DeChamplain centering pass. Knocked away as he was looking for Mahan. Cleared to the line. Held in by Jones. Left point. Jones will walk to the middle. Long wrist shot. Blocker save made there by Lotz. DeChamplain down low for Mahan. Looking for a centering pass. Sharp angle shot. Save made by Lotz, and he will cover up the rebound. And now DeChamplain getting into it with a couple of silver tips. Mahan in there as well, as Folk and Harrison came over to counter Adam DeChamplain.
Not a normal power play unit for Portland. Mahan and DeChamplain, guys known for playing physical. They're getting a couple of looks. Mahan with a bad angle shot, tried to stuff it through the pads. But Lotz made the save, and then Harrison came in and gave de Champlain a pretty good right. No call either way. 3:10 remaining here in the third period. Hawks up 5-2.
De Champlain, Turgeon, and Mahan remain out on the forward line. Turgeon on the face-off against Sandu. They spent a little time together in the playoffs last year when Sandu was still a member of the Winterhawks. They were part of the Black Aces, the Scratches, during the playoffs, up to get some experience at the WHL level before the Winterhawks ultimately moved Sandu to get Jones. Hawks into the attacking zone. Mahan flip it into the slot area, out of the reach of the intended target, dumped all the way back into Hawk territory where Burke takes control. Burke leave it behind the net for Pouliot. His pass quickly up the wing for Dominic Turgeon. Turgeon's pass through middle, intercepted by Sandu, and Murray will pick up the loose change and clear it off the glass all the way back down the length of the ice. Hawks make changes to the power play unit. 50 seconds left on it. Pouliot up the middle. Peters, Baker, and Kopech off the bench now. Pouliot into the zone. Right wing pass looking for Kopech. Knocked away. Kopech take it near side corner. Preston Kopech. Walk out to the line. Play it to Pouliot. Top of the umbrella. Now to the right wing half wall. Kopech walk in. Wrist shot. Blocked down. Kopech throws it backdoor. Bounce over the stick of Josh Hansen, who had an open side. Hansen looking for his second career WHL goal. Had an opportunity there. It just eluded him. Pouliot out from behind the Winterhawk net. Up the middle, left wing pass. Peters has it, far side circle. Peters centers, missed Kopech, missed Baker. Pouliot pinches to hold it in, right corner. Pouliot walking out, wrist shot, missing it high and wide. It goes up and over the glass and out of play. Minute 53 left in the third.
Went off Betker's stick, so the faceoff stays in the offensive zone. Josh Hansen kind of chuckling to himself as he heads back to the bench. Might get chirped a bit about that one, as he had the puck on his stick with an empty net and just hopped over at the last second. That doesn't happen to a 50-goal scorer. It happens to a guy who has one goal in his career.
Delio, Lear, Bjorkstrand on the attacking line now in the final 5 seconds of the power play. Hawks win the faceoff, but it splits the defense. Comes all the way back into Hawk territory. Jones behind the net will skate forward. Back to five-a-side hockey. Winterhawk power play 0 for 4. Jones to the red line. Left wing pass. Delio into the zone. Drop it off. Long slapper by Vivros. Knuckler missed the net wide. Comes to the near side half wall. Lear trying to dig it loose against Baumel. Baumel just trying to eat it in there. Minute 27 left in regulation time. Hawks leading 5-2. Everett clear to center. Jones dump it back in on the delayed offside. Hawks tag up. A minute 18 now. Mueller, right wing pass. Harrison try to chip it ahead. Delio knock it down. Bjorkstrand trying to dig it loose. Knocked away from him. Cleared out to center. Vivros play it to the near side half wall. Hansen in neutral ice, play it ahead for Delio. Delio has a little space to play it for Bjorkstrand. Left wing side, drop pass for Delio, cutting into the slot, can't get a shot away, play it to the right point for Wotherspoon. Wotherspoon looking for a centering pass, not there. Oslansky intercepts. Oslansky looking for an outlet, long one, intercepted by Josh Hansen nicely. Bjorkstrand with the puck, 45 seconds left in the third period. Bjorkstrand to the red line, dumps it in deep. Puck in behind the net. Oslansky play it to the near side. Taken by Mueller. Clear to the line. Mahan gloved it down. Check it out. It's McDonald. Mahan gloved it down, but it's an offside play. 33 seconds left in the third period.
So the Hawks will win their 6th consecutive game. And I can now use this stat because game's not in jeopardy. The Hawks remain undefeated on Halloween in their histoy. Now 9-0 and 1 tie on Halloween in their history.
Face off in neutral ice, won by the Silvertips. Lead all, drop it off. Stadnik into the zone, poked away by Rutkowski. Turgeon drop it back to Rutkowski. Far side pass, Vivros. Vivros to the blue line, flip it ahead, knocked away. Second effort, got it into Everett territory. 15 seconds left in the contest. Folk pass ahead, knocked away. Turgeon digs it loose at the Hawk line. We're going to have a fight. Mahan and Grayson are going to go in the final 10 seconds of regulation time. A couple of heavyweights here, Grayson and Mahan, sizing each other up. Now they engage. Grayson comes in first. Mahan, 3 rights over the top, pops the helmet off Grayson. Now another one. Grayson came back with one shot as Mahan got a little off balance and upseated Joe Mahan. 3 or 4 shots over the top, but Mahan put himself in a position to be out of balance, and Grayson made him pay with a nice right over the top. Mahan up and okay, and he is saluted by the Hawk faithful as he heads back to the locker room 10 seconds early.
Joe Mahan, his 6th fight in his rookie year here in the Western Hockey League. Got the quantity. Grayson probably got the better quality shot in, all things considered. No harm, no foul. They each skate off the locker room. 5 minutes for fighting. Time of the penalty is 19:50.
Say that one's probably a split decision there. Grayson, a pretty tough customer.
That he is. Came over from the Red Deer Rebels in a trade last year. Known for dropping him a bit. Face-off will be outside the offensive zone for Portland.
Winter Hawks
John sending out Peters, Turgeon, and Baker on this shift.
So 9 seconds left. Winter Hawks will get their 10th victory of the season in their 14th game. Took them 19 games to get 10 wins last year. Face-off won by the Hawks. Viveros flips it high in the air to center. Knocked down there by Stadnik. Peters gets it back. Stadnik ties it up, and that'll do it. The Portland Winterhawks have won 6 consecutive contests, undefeated in their last 7. 5-2 victory tonight. Brendan Burke gets his 3rd victory of the year. And the Portland Winterhawks, behind the strength of the line of Chase Delio with Oliver Bjorkstrand and Taylor Lear, win tonight. 5-2 is the final. Stick around. Coming up after the break, have the 3rd period scoring summary and a preview of the weekend. That's all coming up after this on AM 860 and the WinterHawks.com radio network. Searching for the ideal location to host a special event? Look no further than the Reserve Vineyards and Golf Club, the top destination for weddings and social events in the Pacific Northwest. Whether you are entertaining for 3 or 300, the Reserve's experienced staff and on-site catering services will ensure your event success. Enjoy panoramic views of the Reserve's 2 championship golf courses from the comfort of the 40,000 square